Hi everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we have my July finished pages. As you can see, I have an assortment of books this month with pages to show and share with you guys, and I'm very excited. We have color by numbers, we have Disney, we have all sorts of stuff. We have my finished split colorings with my mom and my sister. Can't wait to show you that one. I'm super excited. If you guys aren't already subscribed, if you like these finished page videos, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And let's jump right into this video. All right, first up we have a little bit of a glare there. Creative Haven Spectacular Spring Scenes, color by number. So this is my first page out of this book. This is a George Tufexis coloring book, or images that he's drawn. And I did the first page here. Looks like this. I did color this in with 100% Crayola Super Tips. I think it looks pretty good. I think you can get away with using Super Tips in this book because the areas are very tiny and you don't really see the streaking too much. Like, you can see the streaking up in the clouds and a little bit on the hot air balloons, but for the most part, especially if you color in like little circles, which I didn't do completely, but yeah, I think it still turned out pretty good. This book has the color palette here and then the finishes. So if you could see, if my camera will focus, that is what the finish was supposed to look like. I always kind of like to show you guys that, and then you guys can see kind of how mine turned out. So beautiful book. I cannot wait to color more in this, and I think I'm going to try out different mediums as well to see what kind of effects I can get. So that is the first finished page out of Creative Haven Spectacular Spring Scenes by George Tufexis. Next up is Color by Number Animal Mosaics by Sun Life Drawing. I've been doing a page out of this pretty much every single month. This month was no exception. I went ahead and I'm doing this book in order. So the next page was this seal page, and as you can see, I went ahead and chose a pastel palette. I thought that would be fun, so all of the colors here, I just chose pastel versions of those colors. So where everything was supposed to be black, I did like a light gray, so on and so forth. The orange is pretty much the poppiest color, I think. And then I went ahead and used a silver gel pen to fill in the lines. And I think he looks super cute. I thought it was fun. Obviously, like you can see, these are very bright pages normally, so it was fun to do a pastel color palette. And I'll probably do that again at some point later on in the book because I really liked that. And I used my Ohuhu brush alcohol markers. I have the pastel range, so that made it really easy. So that was pretty much all those, and I think this brown shade might just be from the regular Ohuhu alcohol marker set, but everything else is from the pastel range. So if you have that set, you could probably achieve this as well in one of these color by number books if that seems fun to you. Next up is a PDF that I quickly colored in at the beginning of this month. This PDF is by Shourimajo and Victoria Roboto. I'll have her Instagram linked below, as well as the YouTube video where you can find this PDF to download for free. I think I was watching alcohol marker tutorials, something like that, and her video popped up of her coloring her artwork, and she had a link in the description for free PDFs. So I snagged those, and this is the one I colored in July. just did this really quickly. I did alcohol markers. I did a little bit of glossy, not glossy accents. It was glaze jelly roll on her glasses there. And then this is also a jelly roll gel pen for the hearts. And some white gel pen in her hair as well. Very easy, very cute. And I enjoyed that. Definitely go check her artwork out if this looks fun to you. All right, next we have some Disney color by numbers. I did one out of my Disney Tsum Tsum pixel coloring book this month. I'm also just going in order. This is the page I completed. Looks like that. Super cute. So cute, so cute. I did end up going ahead and filling in the background. I was doing the cross-hatch method, cross-stitch method for the backgrounds, but I just think it pops more when I just fill it all the way in. So that's what I chose to do, and I really like it. I literally individually colored every single square on this page. And that's the result that you get with Crayola Super Tips. Also possibly used the Staedtler dual-ended fiber tip pens. I have a range of those as well. So I pull colors from that set if my Super Tips don't have the exact match. But I think primarily this was Super Tips. Then I went ahead and did another page out of the Disney Princess pixel coloring book. Also going in order, I did the first Snow White one, the next one was also Snow White. Again, I went ahead and did just fully colored in versus the background being crosses or X's, and I think it looks really good. You do need patience to fill in every single square. But I mean, I feel like that's what these books are about, is patience. And, you know, if you, I'm not going to say if you aren't patient, you won't enjoy it. But I guess if you are looking for a certain look, you kind of do have to have patience with these being double-sided pages and having to use water-based markers. I think it came out great. Let me show you the answer image is there. That's what it's supposed to look like, and that is how mine turned out. Love it. I think it looks really great. I'm excited to do more in this book, and like I said, moving on, I probably will just fully color in the page. Not that I hate how this came out, and honestly, if it is a like tight portrait, I still might do the background with X's, but images like this, I'll definitely fully color in. I think it looks great. Next, I have actually my first image, first page colored out of Pop Manga Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures, a coloring book by Camilla de Erico. So like I said, this is my first page I've finished in this book, and this is the one I completed this month. Little octopus cat girl. I love Camilla's artwork, and I was really excited to just jump in and do this one. I was inspired by many photos on Instagram. Firstly, inspired by the background by Miss Elmcolors. I will be popping up photos of all my inspiration throughout this video for pages. I personally get a lot of my inspiration from Instagram. If I'm looking to color a book, color in a certain book, I will go and I will search that tag on Instagram and just get inspired by the beautiful pages other people have posted, color palettes, anything, whatever it may be. So the background was inspired by Elmcolors. She did a tutorial video, which I'll have linked below. If you're interested in this, her background came out beautiful, amazing. I just kind of tried to stick with the same color palette. I used watercolor pencils. I used Faber-Castell Student Brand watercolor pencils on this page for everything, to base everything, essentially. The background, completely watercolor pencils. The octopus legs are completely watercolor pencils, and her hair is based with the watercolor pencils as well as her bows. Her skin is completely done with Prismacolors, and I went over the top of her hair and her bows with Prismacolor as well. So that's everything I used. A few other honorable mentions for inspiration on this page were Miss iribeglenda. She inspired the color palette for the octopus legs. I really liked how she colored those in her photo, and then a few other pictures that inspired me for like how to color her hair and her skin. As far as like shading goes, not necessarily color palette, but like for, you know, just inspiration and help with figuring out lighting sources and where things should be dark, where things should be light. I used photos I found by RD Bradford 58 on Instagram, as well as Creative Carousel on Instagram. So yeah, I'm gonna try and share more of my inspiration while I show you the pages, because I think that that's fun, and obviously, you know, give credit where credit is due. That's what helped me color this page, so I think it's fun to share that with you guys. Again, even her eyes were done with the watercolor pencils. This book takes watercolor really well, and her art style, with it being, you know, very sketchy, kind of grayscale, I think it works. It makes it really easy to color with the watercolor pencils. So that's everything I used. Accents were probably Posca pen. It looks like Posca pen. And then I did the little silver dots art, some metallic paint that I bought at Target, which I'll be showing you in an upcoming haul. But yeah, she is super cute and I love that page. So Mermaids by Camilla de Erico. Next up, we have Chibi Girls Coloring Book Volume 1 April Ember, and can we just get a round of applause for myself, my sister, and my mom. We completed this book this month. We did 4 pages, which were our last pages that we needed. Oh, it feels so fun. Not good, like I'm sad that it's over, but yeah, this book is completely colored in. We've colored every page. I have the last 4 to show you. I will be doing a full flip through video dedicated in August for this, as well as kind of just like a little sped up version that I'll be posting on my Instagram. So definitely look out for those. I'll probably have it linked in the corner here once I post that video on my YouTube channel. Like I said, it'll probably be either the next video or the video after. But yeah, let's jump into the pages I have to share this month. So this page was done by my mom and I. Right side is my mom, left side is me. Again, welcome if you're brand new to my YouTube channel. I do split colorings in this book with my mom and my sister. I'm super lucky to have family members who enjoy coloring with me. It has been so fun. This idea of this split coloring did come from Danny Buttons here on YouTube. I picked that up from her and gave it a try with my mom and sister, and it's kind of the rest is history, I guess. We've just never stopped, and we don't plan to, even though this book is completed. So this one, like I said, my mom did the right side. She uses colored pencils. I'm on the left side. I use alcohol markers. I used a bit of Wink of Stella on the clouds and on her unicorn, if I can get that to catch. I did take inspiration from the cover for like shading on her hair and such. I mean, this couldn't have came out cuter, honestly. I love it. I love my mom's side. I love the two-tone pink and blue hair she did. I love the vibrant rainbows in the back. We both did pink clouds, which is fun. So yeah, another successful page. Next up is Flower Girl, which was colored by me and my sister. I decided to give this page a border, which I think is my first time doing that in this book. This was the very last page I colored this month, or in the book. This was the last half page that I had, and for some reason I was just like, you know what, a border sounds like fun, so that's what I did. My sister uses Cali Art alcohol markers. I use Ohuhu / La Mouche / I have Artex, I have Copics, I have a little bit of everything when it comes to alcohol markers, but I typically use Ohuhu, which is what I did. I used a tiny bit of the white highlight that you see on the flowers is a Prismacolor, and then the gold shimmer metallic is a watercolor gold metallic paint. I used gel pen, accents, everything else is alcohol marker completely. And then 100% alcohol marker on my sister's side as well. Very cute. She was inspired by Ferngully. If you know, you know. Very cute. Love this page. We both did green eyes as well. Adorable. Adorable. Aha! Next up, another one with my mom. Right side is my mom, I'm on the left. We did completely polar opposites on this page. I love when that happens. I think it looks super cute. I had a huge mess up on her eye. I did the eye and then I dropped a glob of Posca paint on it and smeared it, and so yeah, that's why her eye is completely black. But I think, you know, I was kind of going for like airplane Barbie anyways, and I think like Barbies, you know, don't have too much detail, so she's like a dolly, right? Like her big black eyes, I think it still looks fine. My side is completely alcohol marker with a few gel pen accents. The white is gel pen as well as a little bit of sparkle pop there on her luggage. My mom does completely colored pencils again. I love the way she shaded the hair, very cute. Added the windows to the airport. This one is so fun. Like I said, my inspiration was, what is it called? Flight Attendant Barbie. That's why I went all pink and I did like a sunrise. Very cute page. And the last and final page to share with you guys is the gesture page that I colored with my sister. Sister's on the right, I'm on the left. I went a little out of the box on this one myself. She did as well. She said she had a little bit of a hard time with that one. I think her side looks amazing. She added some detail on the hat. I went with a Hunchback of Notre Dame gesture, if you know the character in that movie that this is supposed to be referencing. I added a little beard. My whole color palette is from that. So yeah, a little fun, a little out of the box. Like I said, if you've seen Hunchback, you know. I can't think of his name, but he's like in charge of the Court of Miracles, and he does a little puppet show at the beginning and sings, and he does the festival and drags Quasimodo. Okay, anyways, you guys have seen the movie, I'm sure, and know who I'm talking about. But yes, that is the final page. Very fun. Oh, I think she said she had a little, so funny. We are back to back. I had a snafu with the eye on this page, and then she had a snafu with the eye, so her eye is black as well. But I think we made it work. I think it's fun. Love it. Again, huge shout out. I know my mom and my sister both watch these videos, so I did just want to say a huge thank you to both of you guys for coloring in this book with me month after month and after month. Again, there will be a fully dedicated video where I'm sure I'll say thank you a billion times, and I'll go through every single finished page with you guys in slow, you know, I'll talk through it and it'll be nice. And like I said, a fully dedicated video to this finished book because it is my first ever finished coloring book, and I'm super proud, and it's even more special that I got to do it with my mom and my sister. So definitely, like I said, look out for that in August. Next up, we have a few more Disney Color by Numbers out of the Les Grands Classiques Tome 1. I'm also doing this book in order. I did Jafar was up next. You guys would have seen Heimlich last month. Here we are with Jafar this month. That wax bloom though. that's how he turned out. Freaking awesome, I think. This page called for like 8 different browns, my word. So this was done with a bunch of different sets of pencils. I used Crayolas, I used Crayola Around the World, I used brutfurners, I used, Shapira Farbins, and I think that's it. For everything, outlined with just a water-based brush marker / Pentel flare tip. And I think he came out great. I did not use Gamsol on this, so this is just straight colored. I didn't blend it out with anything. I did press hard, so it did kind of curl the page, because that tends to happen when you press really hard with your colored pencils, but I don't mind it too much. I took the step out of having to go back and add the Gamsol over top, so very pleased with how that came out. Let me show you. Again, I like to share with you guys what the book shows it's supposed to be looking like. So that was the key, and that's what I came up with. I think it looks great, so very fun, very pleased with that one. Then I also completed another one out of the book 2 in the Last Grand Classiques Color by Number, and the next one up in this book is the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. So that is how he turned out. Super vivid, super bright. I used all brutfurners, and I want to clarify, because I know brutfurners right now are like really hot, really popular amongst us colorists here on YouTube, and it's a little bit confusing because there's brutfurner marketing, or I mean packaging, I think like across many different pencils. My pencils, I'll have them linked below if you're interested, were called Southsun 150 set pencils, but the actual name on the barrel is brutfurner. So yes, I technically have some brutfurners that exist out in the world, but just to clarify, when I say brutfurners, I don't think I'm talking about the set that everyone else has, because I got these last year sometime, and like I said, they're called the Southsun pencils. That's just the packaging, the branding on the packaging, and then the actual pencil, like I said, it says brutfurner. So I'll have them linked below if you're interested in taking a look to get the exact same set. Like I said, it's 150 colors. The reason he is so bright, like I'll show you the finish, it's definitely more muted, more dull than how mine turned out, is because the brutfurners definitely don't have natural tones. They're not like Prismacolors where, you know, maybe you're going for a little bit more of a realistic coloring. The brutfurners are very punchy, vibrant colors. Like, they don't really have any natural shades of green. All their blues are pretty vibrant. I'm not mad that it came out way more vivid than the Key Answer. I think it looks great still. Again, I did not use Gamsol, so this is straight colored. I didn't blend it out anywhere. Brutfurners, straight colored, no Gamsol. Again, a brush tip marker with a Pentel Flare for the black. Anywhere that there's black, that's what I used in those areas, and this one definitely didn't curl as bad. Very pleased with that. So moving forward, that's most likely what I'm going to be using in these books, the brutfurner 150 set over my Prismacolors, because like I said, like using your Prisma for like these huge areas is just heartbreaking in my opinion, personally. So yeah, I'm going to be using my brutfurners from here on out. And like I said, I'll have them linked in my description if you're interested in seeing the set that I have. Alright guys, thank you for still being here. This is probably one of the longer finished pages that I've had in a while. I did color quite a bit this month, which is exciting. So yeah, thank you for still being here if you're still hanging around. So the next finished page is out of A Million Cats by Lulu Mayo. And it is this page, double spread even. Wow, look at me. So this is my first coloring, my first finish out of this book, and I did pick this double spread. this is how it came out. I did, again, want to share with you guys some of my inspiration that I took from Instagram. My inspo for the pretty much the full picture, like the black background, the shading of the flowers, the shading of the cats, was from Miss Angry Dragon 13 on Instagram. And then my color palette, I saw this photo by Tavorna on Instagram, and I really liked that color palette, so I went ahead and tried to mimic it with my Prismacolors, and that is how this page was born. Those were kind of the two photos I was inspired by, and I think it came out gorgeous. My oh my, was this a labor of love, you guys. This took a very long time. Again, I'll quickly run over what I used. All Prismacolor. The flowers are all colored pencil. The cats are colored pencil. Prismas were the only thing I used. The black is a black paint pen. I was trying to use my Posca, but the nib was just far too large for these tiny little areas, so I switched to just an off-brand black paint marker that I have that had a much finer line, and I think it came out great. This is all going to be Jelly Roll or Arteza white gel pen, and then the gold, I did gold. I outlined all of the vines, the stems in the Uniball gold gel pen, and then all the little dots everywhere are also, again, the same gold gel pen, Uniball gold gel pen. And yeah, like I said, this was intricate. Making the background black for sure took very long. I had to be very patient with it. I love how all of the flowers came out. I tried to do different blending techniques, different pressure, all of that to try and get a, different look on each flower, but still all using the same colors, the same like 6 pencils. And then the cats were done with the neon pink in the Prismacolor set because I really wanted them to pop once I had the black background down. So, oh my goodness. So proud. Love this page. I hope you guys like it too. Alright, so the next couple books are actually new to me coloring books that I'm going to be sharing with you in an upcoming haul video, a July haul. I accumulated quite a few new coloring books, which I'm so excited about. So excited that I literally could not help myself but to color in a few of them already. So this is one of them. We have Color by Color, Stained Glass Mandala, and this is by Kira Shourimajo. This is my first Color by Color. I've seen them obviously all over YouTube. I know I'm late to the party. I was very interested and intrigued. This book especially everybody raves about. I went ahead and I colored the first mandala. So how these color by color works, if you haven't seen them, is you just have the outline. Here, I'll show you on a blank page. So you have the outline already done for you, and then you go ahead and you pick the closest shade to that outline, which they have the colors that you need here. And that's how that works. So very fun. I did use big intensities, just regular tips, not the ultra fine, just the regular fine tip. And I think it came out really fun. I am so excited to continue coloring in this book. Next up, we have another new coloring book to me. We have Color by Color, Animal Friends, art by F. Shanazbach. This is, I think it's just Brilliantly Vivid is the publisher. Brilliant and Vivid, color by number. So this is the Animal Friends. Like I said, you guys will get a closer look at these books in the haul video. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly show you the page that I did. The very first page is this one. So I did go ahead and do this with, again, my Bic Intensities. And then I subbed in a few colors with my new Parku markers. You have the color palette here, and it's very bright. So my Bic Intensities, I didn't have all of the right shades. So I filled everything in with those. And then in these books, the backgrounds are white, but every page has a colored backing. Like instead of it being being like black like they are in like some of the Jade Summer books or something. It's color, which I really enjoyed. So I went ahead and took the color that was on the back of this page and I colored it in here. I used acrylic paint. And I am very sloppy when it comes to paint. I don't have good control with a paintbrush. I don't paint. So yeah, I can't control paint very well. So I definitely got paint everywhere. I got paint all in the lines, on the cats, the mouse, the flowers. So I did end up having to go back over with my Pentel Flare black pen and re-outline every single thing, which ended up taking a very long time, and made the black lines a lot thicker than they would naturally have been, like you can see here. But I think it's cute. In the future, I probably won't do acrylic paint. I will probably do something else, but I do like having the background colored in versus it just being left like this. So yes, very fun page. Excited to color more in this book. Another new book is the Happy Pattern Coloring Book by Jen Racine. This I did very last day of the month. I went out by a lake and colored with my mom, and this is one of the pages I was able to finish. So this page, I did use the color palette challenge that was set out by colormespiffy on Instagram. I really liked the palette, so I saved it and I ended up using it on this page. I think it came out really cute. It's actually just Ohuhu alcohol markers. And then I shaded a teensy tiny bit with some Prismacolors. So super simple page, but the artwork in this book really lends itself to simple coloring, and I think it came out really pretty. All right, everybody, last but not least, the final page I have to share with you this month is out of Greatest Hits 100 Best Coloring Pages by Jade Summer. This is a big old book that has a bunch of random pages from Jade Summer's books, and it is a split coloring that I did with my mom. Like I said, we just took some coloring books out by the lake and sat and colored, and it was really nice. My mom's side is on the right, I'm on the left. And she used colored pencils, Crayola colored pencils, and I used my Parku alcohol markers. I think it's fun to see a split coloring that's not a chibi girl. I want to do more of these like random ones from random books, more in the future with them. And I think this one came out super fun. I actually love my mom's side. I think it's so fun. She did a little bit of a spot of shading as well. I think the colors are so fun and summery, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Split colorings are just so awesome to see and to do. So yeah, that is the final page I have to share with you guys. Holy moly, it was a marathon of a video, huh? Thank you so much. As always, if you made it to the end of the video, if you've, been looking forward to my finished pages, I'm so excited that I had so much to share with you guys this month. I colored a lot, and it definitely made me very happy. Coloring is my favorite hobby, and whenever I get to do loads of it in the month, it just brings up my serotonin levels, makes me a happy girl, and yeah. So thank you so much for being interested in what I colored this month. Again, if this was your first video that you found of mine, welcome. It's so lovely to meet you. I really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. I hope you choose to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. And again, if you've just been watching my videos, thank you so much. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night. Stay tuned for those extra videos this month because they'll definitely be coming. We've got the haul, and we've got the April Amber finished dedicated book video, so definitely keep an eye out for those, and I will see you guys later.